Alcazar. Sitting at the Estanque de Mercurio, Mercury's pool, in the Alcazar in Sevilla with Florian and Axel Monte, we listened to the water falling on the pool, a definite refreshment on a very warm day. We talk of the street of life and the street of death, vida y muerte, which cross at some point perpendicular to the issue. The Talarian messenger stands on the pool's fountain with ducks swimming around, waiting for tidbits from the empty-handed tourists. Now passing from the Jardín de Damas to the Jardín de Poetas, where I came by accident to take an urgent piss, and now to take a photo of a tree full of wilted datura flowers, directed by Mercury, and his caduceus, with two serpents wound around the backbone, each one of us carrying our own staff of life within. I remember Moses and his beloved Nehushtan, Shoshumna rising above the foliage, the unfurled leaves raising the stakes in a final gesture of defiant love. I love your Pingala. My name is Ida. Between us the void. We can never meet. Perhaps one day in Shoshumna, alas. This is a poem written for an old friend, no longer with us, Lawrence Weisberg. For Lawrence Weisberg in a state of wonder. It's time for me to find my staff and leave everything behind. Oh, brother, Lawrence, where art thou? You took a bottle of Jack Daniels with you to a hotel room somewhere in LA and were found asleep for good. Where now your smirk, your sardonic smile, your splendid sneer of compassion and despair, your beautiful hair, your green hat, and Edwin umbrella? You want to be in Mexico, not with Olivier and George Sanders, Gary Merrill, Somerset Maugham, but in Poets Valhalla, where the garden of poetry is given up to your care. Nowhere to run, all bills paid up in full. You knew too much, you could not dare. Now you are a true prince of air. Plus and minus canceled out, yet your battery still charged keeps your light on. A small bulb burning on the altar of friendship I am privileged to share. Rakish, you rise to touch the sky. Though I have begun, I will never be through. There was nothing better than to laugh with you. A true samurai wants to die for loyalty. Skeletons too require love and desire to rule the world. On television, skeletons are everywhere, proclaiming naked propaganda. You would think the dead knew better, yet hungry ghosts seek fullness, while enlightened souls rise out of emptiness. True food is illusory. Working at the Buddha factory, I dreamt that one day I would be free. Rainy day lunch with Louise at La Rosita. I took a lot of beard off with the scissors, almost stabbing myself in the throat. Today, Louise thinks I look like a child, and Raphael laughed, saying, "I can see your lips." Yet I awoke to find that I was a 70-year-old man, and that my punchbowl days were over, seemed over. I want to get a rhino mask to make a new series of photographs. I will never tire of the giraffe or the zebra, but the rhino is demanding my attention for the moment. Let the rhino take center stage. It's not only an image of surrealist love, but something I need to get through the dingbat days which are about to swallow me up. I want to awake to a rhino in my bedroom. I need a new friend. Well, how do I really feel? To make a poem which says what I feel and how it can be as clear as possible, this disruption, the separation of the senses, this feeling of no connection and another day of being real but without reality. I feel lost, apart in a world where I have no place except the pain of dismemberment, the loss of myself in a world not of my own making. I feel that I am not connected to myself, but lost in a vision of clarity, far from my own imagining. Distance from the truth is the main condition of our lives, of lost fantasy and found truths. Unpleasant to see with a clear eye, separated from myself, I am made more and less than I really am. A lamprey and a binocular eye. Take these words as bullshit in a windstorm. Something to be discarded, not actually mesmerized.
Mommy.